definitely live. At least I've clicked the live button and it says that we're live, and that can only mean that we're back with another weekly episode of the Couch Pundits Cricket Podcast with myself, Aakash Mehta, and my good friend Dhaval Shetia. How's it going, Dhaval?
It's going well, man. We just won an epic test match a
Absolutely.
couple of days ago, and the World Cup squad has been announced.
It is out. It is out and about in the news and in our minds.
Many surprises there, many surprise inclusions, more than exclusions, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know, man. I'm generally liking it, especially with the addition of the who is who. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. If you're just joining us just now, welcome. Just gonna do a couple of housekeeping things before we get into the show for today. No guest today. It's gonna be just me and Dhaval, which is probably the first piece of news we wanted to share with you because we felt ki it's just gonna be us now. And every now and then, if we get someone, we'll get someone. But a lot of the more serious cricket interviews that we do, which we were doing with the guests, we realized are better off done on our own, just like we did the Kiran Moore episode,
Yeah.
So that's the way that's going to be. A lot of comments coming in. Keep them coming in. We shall most certainly take all of them because आज हम ही हैं तो क्या ही है हम सभी बात करेंगे साथ में. But mostly before we get to the T20 stuff right at the end, before that we'll do tests, and before that yes, we are back. We will be doing weekly stuff. I may not be there all the time. Dhaval will be there all the time. And that's pretty much the first part of it. Let's just get a hang of that nicely, properly, find that rhythm, and we can keep going forwards and onwards with the podcast. If you're watching this, hit like. If you haven't hit like, तो मैं क्या करूँ? ऑडियो इशू किसको आ रहा है? किसी और को आ रहा है? क्या किसी और का? धो तेरे को आ रहा है ऑडियो इशू?
Yes, there's a little
क्या हो रहा है?
crackle.
The crackle has returned. The crackle is back. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say something
All
again?
right.
No, it's the same thing.
It's the same crackle. I will deal with the crackle until then we'll let Dhaval talk because he always has good things to say.
Yeah, man. Lots of things happened in the last week in terms of test match cricket for India. We got a batting collapse for India in the first innings. Then we restricted England in the second innings, sort of, but they ran away with it again. Then we had a batting masterclass, after which we had a bowling masterclass. So lots to talk about from that test match. We'll start off with the positives for India, and over the course of the match, of course, the batting player of the match, as I want to call him, Rohit Sharma, with a century outside India for the first time. Quite exciting. Not a milestone for him, but that he was too looking forward to as much. He just wanted to get it out of the way, not celebrating it too much, because team player.
No, I mean, I would say definitely some sense of an achievement. I was watching. Is this better, by the way? I'm hoping this is better.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Definitely a sense of achievement. The great cricketer guys were making fun of Rohit Sharma and the record itself saying, oh, what a specificity of a thing to count and all of that jazz. But if you know Rohit Sharma's journey, then you know that this is a guy who really did not have a space in the test team and was so many arguments, me included. I was against the idea of him, being given that opening position in red ball cricket, but he's come and he's delivered. And like, we were just discussing, everyone was just discussing, Kohli ya to Rohit, koi to century maar de. Maybe Kohli is saving it for the last one. I'm looking forward to that century as and when it comes. But it must be asked, Dhaval, player of the match, really?
That for me, that was Shardul Thakur. It was very clearly, difference between Shardul Thakur. There's some. We do not endorse violence against mosquitoes.
Only against mosquitoes and coronavirus.
But not coronavirus patients, mind you.
Yeah, they are chill.
They're chill. And don't discriminate against them also.
Absolutely.
Don't exclude them from society. Just quarantine them till they get better.
Exactly.
Having said that, Shardul Thakur, uska और रोहित शर्मा का difference था, I think 138 versus 117 or some 117 runs. So 21 runs का difference था दोनों का.
Yeah.
But Shardul Thakur took 3 wickets. Now you're saying those 3 wickets that he took of Joe Root, Ollie Pope, and Rory Burns are equal to 21 runs.
Yeah.
Or less, 20 runs, because Rohit Sharma scored that one more run and therefore he gets the player of the match. According to me, it should have been Shardul. But as we all know, the commentary team selects and the commentary team giveth and taketh away.
No, I think it's also just a matter of when Rohit scored that century. I think that also played a huge part. It was definitely a difficult period of play. There was a bit of clouds there in the morning. We were very afraid of a repeat telecast happening of the first inning. So I think they beat that. They came out ahead of that very well. KL Rahul not so much delivering in the last innings, but then that and genuinely, that's the thing, right? Whenever हाँ चलो 40 मार ऐसा नहीं बोला कि मतलब नहीं खेला सही खेला
पार्टनरशिप में था ना, he was
पार्टनरशिप में
involved.
बहुत सही खेले वो बात सही है lot of balls faced there. What I found most interesting is that increasingly and this is a point that we pointed out on Couch Pundits so many times, when India wins emphatically, we win with an all-round contribution almost 99% of the time. As much as Shardul's performance was mind-blowing, Bumrah had some brilliant bowling, dude. Like वो अभी सब लोग बात कर रहे हैं जैसे जो रूट का वो यॉर्कर कैसे उसने बचा लिया अपने आप को. आई थिंक जो रूट भी अभी भी ऐसा 3 साल बाद भी ऐसा रात को उठेगा कैसा आया टो क्रशर. So the partnership between Pant and Shardul also playing such a huge role. Shardul actually gave Pant that space also. Just to be like तू आराम से खेल ब्रो, तू जल्दी में खेलता है तो तेरा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. But that being said, I think maybe do you feel a little bit more out of Pant was expected and has been expected so far?
Always, no. I think the kind of player that Pant is, you always expect him to score big runs. And he always looks good when he's playing. So every time he gets out in an ugly manner. So that feeling he could have done more is always there.
Yeah. But we used to say the same thing about Rohit Sharma. And I guess if Rohit Sharma with time was equal to such a brilliant player, so Rishabh bhi phadega to sir.
Rishabh Pant is what, 23, 24 years old, man. He has a long career ahead of him and lots to develop also.
बाकी देखो विकेट तो सबने लिया, एक तो चैट लेते हैं तब तक रोहित scored 100 when India were trailing by some 100 odd runs. Not many people gave India a chance at that moment. Yes, Aditya, absolutely, definitely something that would have played a part.
So if you're calling that a game changer top sort of situation, he's scoring 100 when India are on the back foot a little bit, but so did Shardul score that 50 in the first innings where India were on the back foot. Shardul took the key wicket of Joe Root, and not only that, he gave India the first breakthrough in the second innings.
दोनों बार दिया उसने actually. First innings में उसने मतलब in that point of play it was a breakthrough. It was the first ball was just going to get over. He was like, okay, chalo Jaddu और Shardul को ही bowl करो because I want to keep everybody else fresh. And he delivered, man. He delivered in a brilliant fashion. He actually gave it to Umesh after that, and I think Siraj after that, the new ball Siraj got. And genuinely, I think Kohli would have asked himself कि इतना जल्दी लेना है क्या नया ball? Because second innings में भी जरूरत ज़्यादा लगी नहीं नया ball लेने की.
Second innings was that Shadyantra Chakravyu type situation, because they planned it from the beginning. They obviously didn't tell anyone, and this just goes to show that how little credit goes to Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli for planning. I get this feeling, about Virat Kohli, and especially what Indian fans think of this guy. कि इसको कुछ नहीं आता है, वो सब reaction के basis पे करता है, कुछ thought नहीं है. But he's a very astute cricketer. He really has a lot of planning going on, and there is a proper think tank in this Indian dressing room that nobody seems to give credit to.
And I mean, especially when you see the fact that we basically won this first test with our entire coaching staff in COVID quarantine. So, I think it's all the more a victory that should be cherished, because Shastri could only watch it on the telly. He also didn't get a real-time, feed to watch it. So I think it's a great win in that sense. But I don't think we should take too much time. The topic of the day seems to be T20.
Topic of the day seems to be T20. So let's talk about it. I guess we'll come back to this test match.
I think we can come back right at the end because the people want what they want.
Yeah, the people want what they want.
You want to do the test first? We can do the test first. I'm game. Okay with Yeah. Because
We
test match
let
में पूरा
okay.
देखा
Let
है.
if you guys want us to talk about T20, just write T20 in the chat, and we'll
Or
move
just
on
put a
from this
green
test.
heart for no. You are very unimaginative. You put
Oh,
green heart for T20, red heart for test,
okay.
or white heart if you can find one for T20 and red heart for test, because that is more appropriate if you ask me. Take your time. Until
People,
then, we can talk about one middle issue that I think needs to be addressed that we could not address earlier. Dale Steyn, what a player! What a
what a
player!
player.
What a bowler! My favorite, my personal favorite bowler when it comes to foreign bowler in the Indian subcontinent. That series back in I think 2011 when South Africa came, and I think he took a 7-4. Just mind blowing, ridiculous, moth, दुखद कर दिया था हम लोग को, and I just it's gonna be a damn fucking sad to not see him because man, what a fiery bowler, dude. Genuinely one of that generation of bowler जिधर उसके बाद फिर थोड़ा टाइम लगा कि ऐसे बॉलर आया कि फिर से हुआ, you know.
Like a great of the game, no doubt. Like you said, he has troubled India a lot.
Yeah.
But अभी वो NFT बेचता है, so everyone has to move with the times, you know.
Yeah. All right, gonna give it a little bit more for the chat row to fill up. We're gonna take another small topic that we have till then.
There's a super chat, Aakash.
Oh, there's a super chat. Oh, I missed the super chat. Thank you, man, Kenil, for the super chat. $5 saying I saw more Jarvo than Rahane. No hits, just kidding. Oh,
by
man.
the way, while we're talking about Rahane, I just want to
Shit,
point
I thought
out
you were going to say while we were talking about Jarvo, because I would love to listen.
I don't want to talk about Jarvo. That guy is not worth talking about, because the more you talk about it, the more it normalizes or accepts.
I agree.
I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah. Can I say this just though? You guys, if you're watching this, please don't interrupt cricket matches. A and B, hilarious Jarvo, hilarious. But I think eventually they'll have to put him in jail. Dude, he put up a tent.
He was arrested.
He put up a tent near the boundary, dude. In the time
we're not talking about this, Aakash. We don't.
We're not talking about this.
Yeah.
We're not. You know what? The only way we'll talk about Jarvo is if we cross 200 likes today.
Yeah.
Seemingly unattainable goal, and I don't think we're gonna get to it. So I think it makes sense. Meanwhile, the chat has overwhelmingly been in favor of the test match. So before that, I'll just take one very quick. Afzal Jivani saying, please check the DM on the Couch Pundits Instagram account. Will do, Afzal. Thank you for the super chat, man. Coming back to the test match, and Jinx, I guess, is a great segue to go into the test match.
Before we go into the test match, I just want to point this out that this morning, my senior at work showed me a screenshot that was being sent around to him on WhatsApp, like a WhatsApp forward.
Yeah.
And a joke that a friend of the podcast, Mandar Bhide, had made. I was just surprised that Mandar Bhide reached me in that manner, and I was quite happy. That's
amazing.
Yeah.
You should send it to Mandar.
Yeah, if Mandar, you're watching this, I saw your joke through other channels. It was quite funny. But coming back.
Also, very quickly, going to take one more very quick super chat from Goodman of Dice and Men. Thanks for the $5, man. He says, can you talk about the USA PNG series? You know what, bro? I genuinely wanted to, and then I couldn't get to it today because I am a big fan of PNG cricket.
Is Unmukh Chand playing?
Huh?
Unmukh Chand, is he playing?
For PNG?
No, USA.
Oh, he plays for USA?
Yeah, he moved.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. No, I don't know, man. PNG I follow because PNG, I followed PNG even in the Association Wala T20 Cup to see them qualify for the T20 World Cup. So it's been an absolute blast them following their journey. It's one of the older teams. We had last time, I think Srini had come and he was talking about how PNG has some of the best fielding economy of any country that plays T20 international matches. So I think there's a lot of excitement there. We will definitely cover that some point somewhere. You know, don't you worry. Before the World Cup starts, we'll definitely 100% do like a whole in-depth of all the build-up of all the teams that go into the World Cup this year. Okay, yes, Raval, coming back.
Okay, quickly. coming back to the chat, we were talking about positives for India. Since we're talking about negatives, sort of blemishes, there were a few. Ajinkya Rahane being one of them. Pujara first innings scores being one of them. But that's through the series. Ajinkya Rahane, let's address this. Does he make the 5th test for you, Aakash?
I think now, because of our conversation last time when we were having on WhatsApp, where you said that it should be Pujara will be ended up rested. He'll end up getting rested.
Yeah.
If he's rested, then you don't let go of jinx. You can't. Realistically speaking, you want one of the two. You can't say no ki dono nahi rakhenge. So if that is the case, then he will come back. But if Puju is fit and fine for the next, which by the way, usko सिर्फ strain हुआ था, तो rest करने का I don't think there is a
twist. He twisted it while taking a run.
I'm sure, but I mean, I don't know if the muscle is damaged to the extent where he can't come out and bat later. And fielding का तो अपना देखो पता है, एक time पे 3-3, 4-4 substitute रहते हैं. It was so great seeing Mayank effect that run out. But Hamid भी यार, क्या फट्टू यार Hamid यार.
Hamid not only got David Malan run out, but scored a ridiculous 60, which almost lost his team the game.
Yeah, it was just very random.
What was happening to the guy? He was playing so well, and then he just hit that shot where he broke Siraj's balls, and where Siraj dropped the catch and obviously got injured immediately upon dropping the catch. And then gets David Malan run out, then gets out himself to a ball that he should not have been getting out to.
Perhaps.
So yeah.
Yeah. Babura coming. Yes, Surya also took a catch. Our substitute fielding is another story for another day. The legality of which might be compared to the Australians using spring in the bat.
I was half expecting a concussion substitute to happen. Maybe Ashwin for Shardul.
Yeah.
Because bowling all-rounder. Dono. So, but didn't happen.
And I bet Ashwin can bowl also some medium pace if required. I'm sure he has a variation.
He definitely
comes off his wrist.
If he doesn't, he should take cue from this suggestion and maybe develop one. Having said that, Rahane, you're saying, as we discussed, will play, and Puji will be rested. We'll find out what happens tomorrow, but I doubt Pujara is one of those people who will agree to be rested, even if he's got that. Because वो मतलब खाली test match खेलता है. If he doesn't play this test, he's not going to play cricket for the rest of the year.
I mean, neither is Puju, right, in that regard?
I'm talking about Pujara.
Oh, sorry.
Rahane is still in the IPL. Pujara is also there, but not likely to get a chance. Rahane is more likely to get a chance.
Fair.
So, I don't think Pujara is going to go anywhere. I think they might go with an unchanged team, which means, coming to the next topic, Ravichandran Ashwin, and what do you do about Ravichandran Ashwin?
If you don't play him at the Oval, where do you play him? Really was the question. And now that they haven't played him at the Oval, maybe Jaddu steps out for a bit, right? Jaddu helping out with a wicket or two here and there, but there wasn't really much he could do. The batting hasn't worked out in the last match, at least. He got a 50 earlier in the series, but I don't think that counts for much, especially on the flat track that they had on the fourth day. You would have expected that Jaddu aake aisa, because Jaddu has that very nice clean hitting, which magically transferred to Shardul for those 2 innings, which usually you expect out of Jaddu. So पता नहीं वो ऐसे कैसे हो गया. Very quickly going to take a couple of super chats in this regard. A couple of chats in this regard. Aditya saying, of all the players who faced more than 1,000 balls in Test cricket since December 2020, only Joshua De Silva average is less than Ajinkya Rahane, which is if Rahane played 4 tests, there is no point to drop him out on the last one, because which one will be picked, it won't help him either. Interesting argument. But I feel
what about Ashwin
for
What about an Ashwin for Rahane? I saw this suggestion in the chat. I was also thinking about it, because the battery. Okay, this is the only reason I'm giving this. It's not a cricketing reason. It's that I really want to say Ravichandran Ashwin play in a test match in England and give him a chance to better his record, because clearly he's on he's in form. Batting contribution of Rahane, barring that Lord 60, has been next to nothing. Ashwin can't do any worse, and he provides you an extra bowler. So why not? Anyway, you're batting Jadeja at 5.
I'll tell you why. Rahane classically over the last several years, or maybe, I don't know, maybe his career is also quite long. Maybe I am a stoner. I don't know, Dhaval. But I don't remember.
One of those things is right.
Maybe all or none, as well. So really, it's 3 options. But my point is, when has Rahane had a consistent run of good runs?
Very interestingly, I think it was Manjrekar or Akash Chopra who pointed this out, that usually from these great players, why they're called the Fab Four, is when they hit 100 in a series, they follow that up with decent scores. Rahane usually
Rohit Sharma is a prime example of this, right? Like, he's been scoring 30s and 40s and 80s and 60s and all, and now then the 123. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, usually with Rahane, it's 15, 7, 20, 100, 7, 9, 19 sort of situation. Stats people will back me up on this. But yeah, this is how he is. He somehow hangs on by a thread, and just when the thread is about to cut, he scores a match-winning innings.
Or captains the team through some kind of madness. As Aakash is pointing out with the super chat. Thanks, Aakash, by the way, for the super chat. I think Rahane needs rest, but he'll play the 5th probably. Being with Team India for a year is exhausting for a player, and also captaining, on a tough Australian tour. Definitely, 100% very difficult. But that's the thing also, right? Like, that's also like the job. You know what I mean? Virat Kohli also definitely not in his purple patch, but has been consistently scoring decent total. If a batsman, maybe not my number 4, but if a batsman in my team was consistently giving me 20, 30 plus runs with the occasional duck, I would be more than happy. It's actually what Rahane should be doing. Okay. Which is what Coco is doing right now. Of Dyson Man, thanks for the second super chat. He's saying you guys should do watch along for USA Papua New Guinea tomorrow. Man, if we can squeeze it in, I would love to. It's a match that I will definitely be following, at least on the Cricinfo, if not. But work can be hectic, and you never know how it goes.
Yeah. Before we wrap up the test match discussions, we need to talk about the English team.
Yeah.
Who have also been sort of crumbling, other than Joe Root. When Joe Root doesn't play, and that Mark batting Wood looks like Mark Wood.
Mark Wood in his one match. Chris Wokes. Chris Wokes in his one match has.
Chris Wokes, what a return! Almost as good as Umesh Yadav.
Yeah. But by the way, I just wanted to, now that you brought this comparison up, how happy were you when Umesh Yadav hit a 6? Not in India.
Somebody said he's going to be the Tim Southee of India. If you don't know, Tim Southee is among the top 10 6 hitters of all time in Test match cricket.
Wow.
He has more sixes. He is comparable to Rohit Sharma and Shahid Afridi. And Aditya, please pull out those numbers, please, because I know this, and Umesh Yadav is climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time, and I was very happy when he hit that. But Chris Wokes, oh my God, what a comeback!
What a comeback, and what great bowling, and just the lines were tight, the energy was right there through and through. There were moments where you were saying Robinson slow down a little bit. Especially in the second innings, you could see England bowlers really getting tired out. But Wokes was just coming in with that consistent energy.
Yeah, because he was fresh, right? He was the only bowler who looked threatening throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because he was fresh. And which begs the question, will India be resting some of their players in the next game? Because Yadav is fresh. He's played just one game. Shami and Ishant have been rested. They said Ishant had a niggle. Shami was rested. Maybe both of them come back. Siraj goes out.
Yeah, I think Shami definitely will come back in. It's a question of who takes the seat out for the pace.
Siraj, most likely.
Yeah, Bumrah, I definitely think should be rested. because
Won't
I know
happen.
he won't be, but he should be, I feel.
It won't
That being
happen.
said, I think Bumrah's workload management happens within the innings also. उसको एक time पे 5-10 ओवर ही देते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं तू आके देख ले
Yeah,
होगा.
his action is that it
Yeah,
doesn't allow for more
yeah,
than 4 or 5 overs at a time. He needs a
yeah.
break. Uh,
But I think he really does need that break. If you can get it, then nothing like it. Over 200 likes. Sorry, people watching today, which feels fucking great. Thank you so much, guys. Also hit the like button so that more people know this is happening. That's how the algorithm works. Coming back to the cricket, Robinson and Anderson have been bowling long spells all along the series. That is why fresh folks look more threatening. Definitely Afzal, but I also feel like for a country like England, which has so much attention and so much focus and so much about workload management, तो बिठाओ ना बहनचोद, क्यों थका रहे हो? एंडरसन तो ऐसी उम्र में है कि चिचा को कुछ हो गया तो वापस नहीं आएंगे क्रिकेट खेलने को. He will be done. It will be over. His career will be gone. He'll have to go and work in a steel mill.
no
Okay.
way Anderson is retiring or getting injured before the Ashes. The
Let's
thing
see.
that they have been building up to for the entire pandemic, it's
Yeah.
not happening. वो मतलब, or by the way, if Anderson retires from cricket, he's going to become a Warzone streamer. So
He plays a lot of Warzone, is it?
yeah, he plays a lot of the entire English team plays a lot of Warzone.
ये क्या नया ये okay, चलो fair. Maybe that's why they're losing. You know, focus a little bit on the cricket.
Maybe, or maybe they have that same excuse as everyone else that, oh, this is not our full strength side. This
या तो
and
फिर
that.
उनको वो बोल रहे हैं कि यार पता नहीं यार लैग आ रहा है यार वो.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's time to answer this question.
Which question? The questions from the chat or the questions from the Instagram?
No. I was talking about the question of what is MS Dhoni doing in this team?
What is MS Dhoni doing in this team? Is
we are moving to the T20 squad selection, and the most important squad selection is Mahendra Singh Dhoni as the team mentor.
How is that a bad thing?
I'll tell you how that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing, provided there is some clarity on what is MS Dhoni doing in this team, because he's there as a mentor. You have Ravi Shastri as coach, you have Virat Kohli as captain, and you have Rohit Sharma, who is, as we know, the real OG captain, best captain player world in the. So too many cooks.
Okay, let me put it this way.
What is the chain of command?
What has Shastri's record been for T20s for India?
Decent, not bad.
Right? What has Dhoni's record been for T20s with India?
Dhoni's never coached a team.
No, I'm saying as captain.
As captain, yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Now,
pretty good.
Hear me out. Just think about this, okay? The guy clearly still has it in terms of mental ability. We've seen that with CSK also. Okay, it's really the eyes. We all know it's the eyes, man. They are going, it's difficult to bat. That doesn't take anything away from the mastermind that he is. Okay, you have him in the dugout. Now you have somebody that Kohli can listen to. Okay, and will listen to. And it's not that Kohli kisi ka nahi sunta hai, but we know ki like Dhoni ka sab sunte hai. So I think it will make a lot of difference, dude. Karthik coming in with the super chat. Thanks, man. 40 bucks saying happy with this team. That's what we are discussing. We have mixed feelings. We will tell you. You know, if you
before that, Aakash Joshi super chat you missed saying, will
Krishna
I was just
gonna say. Thanks again, Aakash, for the super chat. Saying, will you see Krishna playing out of syllabus player? I feel there are a couple of out of syllabus players, bro. Very interesting names that are in here that I felt were not necessary here, but okay, chalo, abhi agar keh rahe hai to.
I think his question is about Prasidh Krishna in the test team, and
No.
No, that's not happening.
No,
it's not happening.
No.
Why should he? Okay. Coming back, T20 squad. Let's just run through the squad. The batters are, as we know, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan, Rishabh Pant. Did I miss anybody?
No,
KL Rahul? Yeah. The all-rounders are Akshar Patel, Hardik Pandya, and Ravindra Jadeja. Bowlers are Varun Chakravarti, Ravichandran Ashwin, Jasprit Bumrah, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and Mohammad Shami.
Yeah.
Reserve traveling players are Shardul Thakur, Shreyas Iyer, and what's his face? Deepak Chahar. Oh, and
We
Rahul
hope
Chahar.
him back.
Rahul Chahar in the bowling.
Rahul Chahar is in the main team as well. Yeah.
Rahul Chahar is in the main team. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the batting first, because as we all know, cricket is all about batting. The other people are just there for entertainment for the batters.
Yeah, because bowling machines aren't as interesting.
Yeah, bowling machines cannot be forced to bowl those long no balls.
And you can't throw bouncers at bowling machines when they come out to bat at number 9 or 11.
Yeah. I can't break their elbows also. Poor Craig Overton. Having said that, interesting. Let's talk about the batting. Interestingly, Shikhar Dhawan has not made it. And what do you think is the reason for that, man?
Sri Lanka.
He did well.
Not well enough, I guess.
He was captain.
वो तो सही है वो तुम्हारी बात, but he didn't do that well. Look, here's my point. Is of the players you are seeing in this list right now, all of them are players that you can expect back in the next T20 World Cup as well. If Shikhar Dhawan were in this list, I would not expect him back in the next T20 World Cup. Even if it were a year away from this one. That's my underlying reason why I feel कि नहीं हो रहा है. I don't know what you think, Dhawal, but I think this is what it is. And the chat, I'm sure, will back me up.
I think it is to do with a couple of things. One, Virat Kohli wants to open the batting, which means Virat Kohli is going to open the batting. Virat Kohli is undroppable.
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma is undroppable, which means KL Rahul also has to move positions. He will play at 3 or at 5. We don't know. You can't
Surya
have
is your
Shikhar.
Number 3.
Huh?
Surya is your number 3.
Surya at number 3.
KL Rahul as your number 4. You get Ishan Kishan as your number 5. Rishabh Pant at number 6. Hardik at 7.
No. You can't have Kishan, KL and Surya all 3 playing. You have to have 2 out of 3 playing.
But then you don't have any other batsmen, Dada.
No, you do. 1,
Kohli,
2
Rohit,
is
KL, Surya Kumar Yadav. Okay, that's just 4. You need to play a 5th for Rishabh Pant.
Wait. Sorry. Somebody is saying BCCI selectors confirmed KL and Rohit will open.
अरे वो तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, तेरे को कैसे पता?
कौन बोला ये?
एक आईपीएल तुम जाने तो सब बदल जाएगा. तुम लाइक दबाओ यार, टेंशन मत लो.
Bhargav, he's a regular also. It's not like some random.
I know Bhargav. Yeah, definitely. But I don't think so, man. I think Kohli should open. Genuinely, I think Kohli should open. सब अभी फिकर छोड़ दो पीछे. बस तुम आके खेलो दिल खोल के. आउट हो गया तो आउट हो गया.
शिखर को तो छोड़ दिया पीछे. हाँ. So Shikhar is gone.
Because if you have Rohit and KL opening, then you have Virat at number 3. Surya Kumar will definitely be your number 4. Then Rishabh Pant at number 5.
Hardik at 6.
Hardik at 6. And then correct. 4 bowlers.
Jaddu at 7.
They'll play Jaddu every match.
Yeah.
He's a
Jaddu or Aksar.
Aksar apparently Aksar Patel is suddenly now World Cup material. Do we have another Vijay Shankar in the making, guys? Do we?
Aksar Patel is riding a high confidence wave right now. After the way he bowled Yorkshire's Johnny Bairstow off the first ball of that innings or the second ball of that innings, since that day, he haunts YJB's dreams, and that has given him the confidence to achieve anything that he wishes to. So Aksar is in. It's unfortunate that Washington is injured. Otherwise, I think Washington would have
more of a shot than Aksar Patel.
Yeah.
Washington has shown some very
I would even
bowling.
go out as far as to say Washington would have more of a shot than Ravichandran Ashwin.
Well, I mean, a lot of people obviously want to not... people don't want to entertain the idea of Krunal Pandya, apparently. So
who? Krunal who? See, Michael Vaughan, if is to be listened to, and which I think he should be, because he's a He was the captain of the England team, and he's a good commentator and knows his stuff. He said that if India pick as many Mumbai Indians players as possible, they will win the T20 World Cup.
That is something that Michael Moore has said. That is true.
Yeah. Michael, if you're watching this, India has listened to your advice.
But Kiran Pollard was not available.
And they decided to drop Krunal Pandya also. So both the KPs of Mumbai Indians missing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still 6 MI players in the squad.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. 6 out of 15.
Well, I mean,
not bad,
not bad. Yeah, tends to happen. And if they're not from Mumbai Indians, they play for Mumbai in Ranji. So,
what's his face? Who?
Shreyas Shardul.
Both reserves, but yeah.
But they play for Mumbai.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
65% of team players are either from Mumbai or Mumbai Indians. Thank you, John, for that quick math that I would never have been able to do myself. If you're just joining us, we were discussing the test matches. We will do a little bit more test at the end, I suppose. But right now, we're talking about the World Cup and the squad that has just come out. And Dhaval, if there's nothing more you want to talk about in the squad, I know there is more you want to talk about in the squad because we have to talk about bowlers still. But if I may interject with a quick little this thing, you know how you were telling me Afghanistan is killing it in the T20 format. There is a new challenger in town from B grade country.
Bangladesh.
Yes. But do you count the wins? Is the question. जो लोग weaker New Zealand, weaker Australia के सामने खेल के उनकी बजाई है वो लोग ने at home with a full strength squad, does that count for much?
Of course, it counts for much, man. It's not. It's still an international cricket match. You can stack everything in your favor, but you still have to go out there, perform, not kick the stumps, keep your temper in check, and win the cricket game, which they have done consistently.
That's true.
South Africa, they're beating
other teams for some brilliantly low totals as well. Something that will help when their batting is a little wavy, a little bit. Do you feel the batting has been a little not as good as the bowling? Because I mean, bowling in Dhaka with that many spinners, you're bound to have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, so they're batting, but that's what, right? In a T20 game, if Tamim fires, if Shakib fires, and Mushfiqur fires, that's all you really need. One of the 3 to fire, and the rest of them can hold their own. So it's not such a concern because you have to understand it's a long tournament. Pitches are going to get weary. And spinners will come more and more into the games as the tournament progresses. So we might even see India go in with just 2 spinners in the beginning and then move to a 3-spin attack.
I mean, Aditya also pointing towards that, saying that India are going to play a lot of games in Dubai. Stats in T20 suggest that leg spinners have better numbers, averaging 26 and an economy of 7.2 as compared to the finger spinners, who are averaging 31 and an economy of 7.3. And with that, I think it's a good time to talk about even like what Aditya is saying again, Bangladesh batters have struggled. It's the bowlers who are winning them the games. Speaking of their bowlers, our bowlers, I feel Varun Chakrabarti is there. But
he's been exposed already in Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
thereby debunking your theory.
My theory is debunked. It is true. Kulcha is not back. Kulcha is far from back. The chai is also gone.
The chai is gone, and we had some. It's as good a time as any to take some Instagram questions. We put out that AMA sort of thing in Instagram, and people have asked why no UZ. Where is Yuzvendra Chahal? WTF? UZ left out. Can't understand the reason.
Somebody say arguably the worst squad.
Worst to nahi hai.
Fake Phantom, I disagree with you. Yes, Dhaval, continue.
Worst to nahi hai, but several people said UZ, and I was also surprised by his exclusion, but not as much as you would think, because if you look at his numbers versus Deepak Chahar's Rahul Chahar's numbers, over the last year or two, it's very clearly that Rahul is doing better as far as numbers
go. Could it perhaps be that they are both playing under different captains in the place where they are playing the most T20 cricket?
Hey, I'm not saying that. I'm not the one saying that.
Dhawan is not saying that, guys. Neither am I. If you thought it, it's because you are a gaddar. Dhawan was recognized as the man made for ICC tournaments, wasn't he? Yes, that was in the past, and today is the present. So accept it like a present.
Yeah.
I think Shikhar Dhawan can, if nothing else, he can go and host Kabaddi League and all. Because he has the thigh slap already.
Yeah, and lots of things going wrong in Shikhar Dhawan's life all at the same time. Unfortunate for him. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
Having said that, it's Yuzvendra missing out and Rahul being picked over him because that's the wrist spinner spot. Varun Chakravarti was definitely going to play provided he passed his yo-yo test, and I'm sure they must have ensured that he passed it. But it's a big vote of confidence towards Rahul Chahar's ability. And sort of, it's good for him. He's been killing it, man. Like if you just see his him versus Yuzi in even IPL, Rahul is doing better, taking more wickets, giving less runs.
Afzal coming in saying India has gone for horses for courses with car. Form mein hai, and he's taking wickets at regular intervals. So use him. I completely agree, man. Very quickly, going to take a super chat from Bhargav. Thanks, man. Bhargav declaring his 11. Rohit Sharma, KL to open. VK followed by Sky, followed by Pant, which is about the same as what we had in mind. Then Jaddu. Then either Ashwin or Varun. Yeah, okay. Hardik followed by Shardul with Bhuvi, and last Bumrah. Yeah, I think one bowl, like two bowlers. Okay, are there any bowlers that you're not surprised at all to see? Apart from Bumrah, obviously. Would you have thought of them taking somebody else instead of Bhuvneshwar, perhaps? Or yeah.
I think Deepak Chahar missed out because Bhuvneshwar came back from injury. Otherwise, that spot was Deepak's.
Yeah.
I think it's a little tough on him given his current performances also. Like he made us win a game in Sri Lanka with his bat. Yeah. So he has clearly displayed the all-round ability on the international stage.
Yeah.
And if you caught the Kiran More episode, you would have realized that he also does this on a regular basis at the domestic level.
Absolutely. If you haven't seen that episode, you can check the chat. The link will be up. The mods will put it right away. And also, guys, if you're watching, hit the like button. We need it so that we can stay afloat as a channel in this turbulent time of the ocean of the... You know how it is, man. Hit the like button. It really helps us. Kohli again making tough calls, but this time I backed the squad to win it. Only England stand between India and the trophy.
I'm sorry. Have you missed the conversation about Bangladesh and Afghanistan 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, I think if anybody, it's between Afghanistan, India, and England and Bangladesh right now, especially because it's in UAE. I think सब देश एकदम solid सोच के है spin friendly countries की भाई, this is the year, this is the chance. Rashid bhai, le lo wicket, for all of Afghanistan. Dubai is like an Oyo room of cricket. Thanks, Kenil. Also giving $2.69 to say that. Could not be more appropriate.
Oh yeah. Now I get. Oh, nice. We spoke about Yuzvendra. We should talk about Hardik Pandya a little bit because the way I see it, Bhuvi Bumrah are going to bowl 4 each. The third either seamer, or if they're going to pick 3 spinners, then that guy. It could be Rahul Chahar, it could be Ashwin, it could be Varun Chakravarti. Is going to bowl 4. So there's 12 overs done there.
Yeah.
Which means between Jadeja, Hardik, and the other guy, whoever they pick, is going to have to bowl 8 overs between 3 people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
BCCI has come out and made a statement. Hardik Pandya can bowl 4 overs in a game. He is fit enough.
Yeah.
You think he can?
I don't see what the problem is in all of this.
I don't see why you need Hardik Pandya if he's not. Why not a Shreyas Iyer?
Okay, fair enough. I think
or
Sri Lanka.
Ishan Kishan plus KL Rahul in the same team if you are looking for more batting firepower.
I understand, but I would still say
I am just saying this for the fuck of it. Of course, you need Hardik Pandya in your team. I would be stupid enough to drop Hardik Pandya from their cricket team in a T20 World Cup.
No, I mean, if you are going purely by the Sri Lanka tour, then maybe you would say ki, like Hardik has not been in the best, most consistent form that he could be in. So it's not that it's not completely justified. It's just कि माइकल वॉन ने बोला है तो अभी बोला है हम क्या करें वो भी तो है ना हाँ after all it's the Asian century exactly Giants there selectors also confirmed Hardik Pandya yeah Bhargav thank you man that's what we just talking about yeah he's not a 4-over bowler for God's sake अरे यार तुम लोग इतना क्यों ऐसा मतलब chill guys chill if anything Mumbai Indians batsmen after they become dads become better at batting. So I don't think you should worry about it. Aakash Wani. Thank you very much. Hey, almost at 200 likes, and you know what happens when we get to 250? We talk a little bit about Jarvo, which Dhawal otherwise will not allow. So that's the goal that I really want to hit today, because I want to talk about Jarvo and how entertaining he is. But Dhawal does not, because he's an old man. Sid Ganesh, Virat wants to open. Yeah, man, he does want to open, but I don't think he will, because it will be Rohit, KL and Ishan Kishan ke beech mein. Actually, now that Rohit has sort of Rohit is the current version that he is. Rohit plus Ishan Kishan would make for an incredibly interesting opening pair. I would say 100%. Look out for this. Mumbai Indians is going to do it in IPL this year just to try it out, because we've all heard these stories about how sometimes occasionally the BCCI will ask teams and be like, guys, thoda dekh lo na, ek baar hi try kar lo na, to apne ko bhi idea aa jaye, aur karna hi chahiye. So I'm very excited to see that pair. I would make for a great pair.
There's some chat coming in that this squad can be changed until the 10th of October. So you might see a few changes post IPL.
Ideally, they should
barring
not do
injuries,
that.
I don't see anybody being dropped.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that, because player के दिमाग में वो नहीं होना चाहिए कि IPL के basis पे मेरे को लेंगे कि नहीं होना चाहिए. This happens way too many times. We've seen this happen in the 2019 World Cup also. It's not a good feeling to experience that.
It's not. And if you don't believe us, you can ask a certain Nambati Rayudu.
Yeah. But
who
be
was
careful.
reduced to making three-dimensional tweaks.
Yeah, that also.
Yeah.
He
always keeps a bat in his car, we've heard.
Yeah, that's because he's a batsman. Why are you?
I mean, you have to keep the tools of your trade with you.
Yeah, better than keeping a hockey stick, because that could kill somebody. Prithvi Shaw deserves to be in the squad looking at his current form. That's the point though, right, Shubham? Like, it's not about your current form only.
It's also about what brand of cough syrup you like.
Yeah.
And if you like the same brand as the rest of the squad, then you are one of them. Otherwise, you're not.
Yeah. Yes, Shishti R Mod saying we've reached 200 likes. We've done the impossible. Yeah, and that's why at 250, we'll talk about Jarvo. What else? Dhawal, what else is up in this beautiful world?
What else is up in this beautiful world is coming back. MS Dhoni is back in the dressing room of the Indian cricket team. Exciting times ahead. We spoke about it a little bit, but here's what the word around the street is. Is that he is a candidate for Ravi Shastri's job after Ravi Shastri hits that magical 60. The large, I mean his age.
I mean,
it's Ravi Shastri's life. He will finally make it large.
For sure. I think it's one of those situations where, he's a guy who we all talk about how much cricket is about the stats and about the strategy more than ever before. If only because the opposite team is doing it better than you if you're not doing it properly. So, इससे ज़्यादा सही time क्या हो सकता है धोनी को coach बनाने का? And I feel as future Prime Minister of India, Dhoni should definitely get experience with coaching the national team at least.
Yeah, agreed. He needs that experience of heading one of the national institutions.
Exactly.
one of the national political institutions of the country.
Yeah.
Before he can head the entire country. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Shubham Patil, we just answered this question, man. Aditya, okay, Dhawan is believed to have been given a rest. Chetan Sharma said he couldn't reveal the reasons. That's wrong. That's wrong, man.
You know what? I would say he's going through shit anyway. In life right now. So like maybe that's also there. Mentally, like you're not all like you have to be where you have to be when you have to be there. So maybe that's why he's doing that. We personally don't like to get into the personal lives of cricketers much because that's not what we do, man. That's not a very nice thing to do. We're not gossip mongers when it comes to their personal lives, only their professional lives.
There's some chat coming in, Aakash, and I think we need to address this, that the India women are touring Australia. They're going to play 3 ODIs, 3 T20Is, and in between that, they're going to play a day and night test match, guys.
Yes.
So if you guys are thinking there's no more test cricket for India for the rest of the year, you are wrong, sir.
Yes,
or
there's a 4-day match, which is
day and night.
Still, but it's a day night, and it's gonna be amazing. So rare, ironically though, I feel a little bit, but so rare that in such a sexist world, women very rarely play pink ball matches.
But they're playing a test match, and I could not be more excited. We will be covering that in some form or the other. So be there for that. But generally, Aakash, as we've announced before also, there is going to be less live streams during the month of September. There is going to be other content coming out. This live stream just happened to happen because there were several things happening today.
No, I think we can count on there being live streams. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि नहीं करेंगे. Dhaval has his exams. And I have a big thing in September, and then I'm not here all of October. So we're trying our best to kind of keep things going. We will be having some guest hosts coming in and helping us share the burden of keeping you informed and generally entertained about all this stuff. We'll definitely. Aakash, we can do it 5 minutes before the toss also.
Do what?
I don't know, to be honest. I can't find any other messages.
Wait, Siddhartha Ganesh saying he'll be the host. I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah. I would love to have Siddharth come here and justify some of the random things he says about cricket that I just don't understand what nonsense comes out of his mouth.
Chat, if you guys are watching this, please hold Siddhartha Ganesh to this. Spam him. Find him on social media and spam him till he agrees to be the host.
बाहर एक घोड़े का गला काट कर रखो.
No violence against animals. What?
नहीं मत करना. घोड़े का गला नहीं काटने का. Hey, पागल लोग, don't listen to me. I am a घोड़ा myself.
Let's talk about the horse in the room then. Ravichandran Ashwin has made it. Again, to the T20 international squad.
As usual.
We did not expect this.
He is in the squad. What I am more worried about is उसको game ही नहीं देंगे.
He's gonna be traveling around in bubbles. He's like, नहीं, मैं घर पे जाता हूँ. मेरी बीवी बच्चे हैं. तुम लोग खेलो अपना cricket. मेरे को नहीं खेलना तुम लोग के साथ. I swear, if he's not picked for the 5th game, he's going to be, he's visibly upset, man. Or is he? Or is it just the Sky Sports team that is making it seem so?
I definitely think it's the England media also trying to play it up more than it needs to be played up. We all know कि England का media कैसा जंगली है प्रभाव में. तो वो लोग करते रहते हैं ये सब ऐसे antics. If you see him, if you genuinely see his face, he's listening to commentary and watching the match. Okay, and you know him, he's somebody who pays attention. Clearly, वो भाव दे रहा है मैच को यार, इसलिए उसका चेहरा ऐसा है. Okay, if you see those clips of commentators when they're commentating on the game also, their faces also look like that because they're fucking paying attention. They're at the job. So I don't know what the whole thing is. Do you really think this is a guy who is so chota-minded that he's going to feel slighted and all, and he's upset and all? मेरे को खेलने नहीं दे रहा. Obviously wants to play. Obviously wants to serve the team every way possible, man. But नहीं आया उसका opportunity. क्या पता next game में कोई और rest हो जाए, उसको खिला, जड्डू को rest करके उसको खिला देंगे अगर रहेगा तो. I don't think this team, never before, have I seen an Indian team where everybody cares so less about personal achievements.
Yeah.
there's genuinely a sense of हम लोग सब साथ में खेल रहे हैं और हम लोग सब साथ में कुछ अचीव कर रहे हैं, so every win is for everybody. मयंक का क्या इंसेंटिव है, उसके नाम में वो रन आउट भी नहीं आने वाला है, पर वो कर रहा है ना एकदम सेक्स काम, है ना, कर रहे हैं ना, सूर्य कुमार पकड़ रहे हैं ना रैंडमली कैचेस, तो
And a good catch also.
हाँ तो भाजी, so I think it makes a lot of difference. Aditya, thank you for cementing my claims. Ashwin in UAE IPL 20 matches, 18 wickets, average of 27.7, strike rate 30, economy of 7.25.
That's God numbers.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Almost a wicket a match, almost as good as Rabada was in the last season.
An average under 30 is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
And his economy of 7.25. Plus, he bowls in the power play.
Absolutely.
So I think Ashwin is going to be picked against teams that have more left-handers.
Yeah.
Especially in the top 5, top 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there you go. Nitin is saying, yeah, he's not upset. He even joked about it in his inclusion in playing 11 in his Kutti story. I don't speak Tamil, which is my only problem with Ashwin's.
नहीं वो captions डालता है English में.
Oh, वो captions डालता है English.
Of course.
I will go.
Do you know why he does it in Tamil?
Because it's. Why does he do it in Tamil?
Because I'm not sure if this is true, but I have read that he wants it to permeate through the interiors of Tamil Nadu and inspire people from there. There are a lot of cricketers there. He is a big fan of TNPL.
I mean, he's captained the Dindigul Dragons to a bunch of victories and the titles also, man.
Yeah, and he is really he wants that information. He wants that accessibility of information to go through, and he wants those people to be able to be inspired.
Because when I listen to it, all I understand is square leg and hook and off and slider and all, you know, which covers.
Okay, if there are any more questions, we're happy to take that about the team. But
other than that,
otherwise,
while y'all think of, we'll do the big announcement. While y'all think of the questions, we are going to be putting out the Couch Pundits Cricket Quiz. We did the inaugural edition. We have 3 episodes. We are editing them, and hopefully Dhriti, who is moderating this and is paying attention, hopefully is editing them, and we'll have them out in about 7 days or so. Yeah, in about a week or so, we should have the first episode coming out. It's one hell of an episode. It's one hell of a quiz. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's not your traditional kind of quiz. A lot of drama happens. A lot of things happen. Very convincing wins happen. Very last minute wins happen. So it should be quite exciting. I have a question. Says Siddhartha Ganesh. Who is our number 4? Siddharth, I think that's a question you and Dhaval will answer when you come to host. That is not a question for me to answer at all. Uzi unfortunately miss out. Yes, Uzi is because there are no firearms allowed this time in the World Cup. Personally, I feel Varun won't be able to perform as other teams will come prepared. Your take. But Aryaman, what will they prepare for? He is a mystery spinner. What will they prepare? What? वो भागते भागते आएगा बॉल डालने. क्या पता वो ऐसा इलेक्ट्रिक हिल करके आ जाएगा वहां.
Imagine Varun Chakravarti runs up to bowl and asks them a CA final exam question. How will they prepare for that?
Architect, not CA. Na?
He's a CA? Oh, he's an architect.
Architect.
Oh, he's an architect. Imagine if he asked them to give him a technical drawing.
I don't think that's more engineering than architecture.
वो भी होता है यार, वो बिल्डिंग डिजाइन करते हैं वो लोग आर्किटेक्ट्स. क्या
ब्लूप्रिंट, AutoCAD.
हाँ,
AutoCAD,
CDR,
CD-ROM.
Aditya Gupta, some Dream 11 or My 11 for Couch Pundits Discord. There is, it's there. They before every IPL game they put out the things.
Yeah,
Couch Pundits Discord is going to start again when IPL starts. There's going to be some stuff happening there. Which is mostly Aakash Mehta Discord, by the way, or Kuch Bhi Mehta Discord, as he likes to call it.
But it's also home to all the other smaller Discords until they grow up and then they learn to fly out of the nest. You know, that's the hope always. Why don't you guys go collab with great cricketer? Yeah, I think we are only left now. We will get in touch for sure. Don't worry, we're trying.
Man, we've been trying to reach great cricketer for a while. We asked you guys to spam their stream.
Yeah.
So, but you guys don't seem to do that.
Yeah. That's the only way it'll happen, guys.
Yeah.
We live in a time of ultimate democracy. तुम लोग
Yeah.
लाइक नहीं ठोकेगा, तुम लोग शेयर नहीं करेगा, तुम लोग कमेंट नहीं करेगा, तब तक हम लोग के हाथ में कुछ पावर है नहीं खास. Any takers on Akshar, Akash bhai? Just rewind a little bit, Maitri. It's all there. We spoke about it at length. And Dhawal, we've crossed 255.
Okay, so that's it from us at Couch Pundits this week.
You asshole. You asshole. Guys, you saw I tried. Isko karne ka hi nahi hai. He
Okay,
does
fine.
not.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the fact
here's-
that Jarmo went to police station also in the middle for touching that guy. What's his face? Bedstow.
here's true.
Assault charges included. So that was an issue that happened. Other than that, all I want to say is don't do it, guys. But fucking entertaining.
I mean, how is he getting in? Is he ECB sponsored?
That's what I'm trying to understand, dude. Like, you have to give credit where it's due. That's all I'm saying. It is so hard to avoid the. I'm like, fucking his friend is taking video of him at the boundary. And he's waving and all, and he's going fucking running onto the field with the Indian team. Pant, kya chal rahi hai? If anything.
Okay, here is my question. How is he getting that jersey? क्योंकि मैं कब से ट्राई कर रहा है, स्टॉक में नहीं है.
MPL का मिलता है ना इसके ऊपर. अच्छा, जारवो उसने पीछे खुद से प्रिंट किया है उसने वो.
हाँ, the next thing you know, MPL is selling Jarvo 69 jersey.
I would buy it.
Yeah, people like you would buy it, and that's the problem with society.
Yeah.
Okay, you normalize harassment. You normalize annoying cricketers like this. How is it? How is it possible?
अरे यार, मतलब यार, पहले याद है जब मैच जीतते थे तो सब लोग आग भाग के आ जाते थे फील्ड पे. आ जाते थे कि नहीं? तो बची इसका क्या.
बट वो अलग जमाना था, तब कोविड नहीं था.
हाँ, but
ठीक है ना, now you're putting a player's life in danger just by coming in contact with them.
There is no bio bubble right now. That's all. And asking if team have one cricket teams, but I didn't get a response. Oh, sorry, man, Afzal. We missed your earlier message. We have gotten it now. We will get into it, and we will get back to you this week only. We will definitely find that mail and respond. But guys, I think it's time to wrap things up, and it's time to fuck off, and so on and so forth. चलते हैं और निकलते हैं. And a lot of more exciting stuff coming up, guys. A lot more exciting cricket coming up more than anything else. Last test to go.
To go. Team selection is going to be a topic of discussion as usual.
Definitely.
And we are really hoping that India does not win the toss.
I just hope it rains through, because it's fucking England. Might as well. अभी तो time है तेरा बरसने का. ए मेघा, बरस ले. On that note, chalo guys, bye bye. You know where to follow us. Dhawal is on Instagram. I am on Instagram. Couch Pundits is on Instagram. Everything is everywhere. You just have to make the effort to reach it. That's it from us this week. Thank you so much for taking part.
There is another milestone that we need help with. We're very close to 2,000 subscribers on this channel. So
that's true.
We need to hit that soon. Before the F1 stream that happens this weekend, we should be hitting 2,000 subscribers, guys.
We can hope. We are really hoping. We're very few away. We're genuinely very few away. We're already at 1.99k subscribers.
Then let's make it 2.5.
Yeah. We should. One hopes.
One would hope. One can hope.
One does hope. One is hoping.
Hope springs eternal.
Spring cricket.
Hope is the opium of the masses.
And there is spring in the bat.
Hope नहीं देखा तो क्या देखा?
Hope है तो joke है. Joke. That doesn't work.
Hope है तो जहान है.
Yes, why not? 5 subscribers away. We're at 1995, 2 years after both of us were born. See you soon, guys. See you in a week or so. Sunday live stream with cricket. Next week, cricket quiz coming out. Sorry, Sunday live stream with F1. Next week, cricket quiz coming out. Thank you for watching. Good night. Take care, etc., etc. Love you. Bye. Bye, Sonyo. Tata. हो गया 2000. Yay!
Yay.